Hello and welcome to my review of Penarth. Situated just outside of Cardiff, Penarth is a small town with a population of over 28,000 people. Interestingly, the retired population makes up 24% of the residents, with more than 6,000 being over the age of 65. This, coupled with the infrastructure that patterns the streets, makes me believe that Penarth is an old-fashioned and nostalgic place to visit. Penarth slows down time with its Pier Pavilion, Alexandra Gardens, Cosmeston Lake, and overall town area, which are the main areas I will be reviewing, by providing history on them and sharing my experiences when visiting them. So starting with the pier. The pier is arguably the most admirable attraction in Penarth. It provides a wonderful view of the sea and coastline. This coastline is one of the top spots in Wales for fossil hunting, and while this has been oversaturated over the years, you can still come out with some great finds. It even has dinosaur footprints from 200 million years ago, just south of the pier coastline. This pier is made from cast iron supports and a wooden deck, and was intended to be used as a safer way to load and unload larger boats just outside of the capital, after opening in 1895. The pier was used alongside Tiger Bay and Barry Docks to trade goods such as coal, and by introducing larger ferries, more tourists were able to visit Penarth as a result of its increasing popularity during the 20th century. There is also the Big and Fresh Cafe, if you fancy tea and cake. Further along the pier, there wasn't much more to see, besides an ice cream parlour and a few benches. And if you're with a friend, it's an amazing location to catch up in private. Nearby, there is a large row of pebbles resting against the waves. Swimming is allowed, but there was no sand in sight. It's always worth keeping an eye on events that happen at the pier, especially at night when it's all lit up. Another amazing private location is Alexandra Gardens, which leads towards the Penarth Pier. Near the entrance, there is a garden of remembrance to commemorate those lost in the First World War, which was laid out in the 1920s. This well-preserved Edwardian public park was very popular when it first opened in 1902, retaining many of its original structures such as the seating, fencing and gates. There is a cenotaph, which honours fallen soldiers from World War I and II. There were pleasantly shaped hedges, a few flower beds, a carved wooden eagle and a small hut. Compared to the other parks I've reviewed, Alexandra Park has more inclines and declines. Come to think of it, it's a great place for hide and seek. And similar to the pier, it's a good place to have private conversations, with less people around to cause disturbances, acting as a nice and quiet place for reflection. There were more questions than answers found in this place, with lots of the park posing a mystery. Some of its history may even be permanently lost, but not forgotten. So moving on to the town area. The Penarth Estate consists of various rows of houses, made out of stone, positioned against an incline, leading to a wonderful view of the city in the distance. Along the main road, there is a series of shops. Some shops include T. Haffron, the Queen Bee Clothes Shop, or a more modern Tesco supermarket. A popular spot is the Windsor Arcade, nearby the roundabout with a clock in the middle. While I was unable to enter past 5 PM, it contained shoemakers, candles, jewellery and fresh produce, just to name a few. Further down this road you can find the Penarth train station and Augustine's Church and graveyard, which also provided an immersive view of the distant city. There were two pubs that stood out to me as I was walking around, the Golden Lion and the St Fagans pub, which are popular spots to grab a pint or just chat with the locals. For a nice meal and lounge area that caters to younger people, I would suggest visiting the Railway Hotel pub. The elderly are a primary demographic in Penarth, so you can learn a lot about the area just by socialising with the locals. There is the St Paul's Community Centre, along with regular events that occur down at the pier. There's even a tennis club and leisure centre near the main road. The downsides, however, are that for a town that's considered local, there's lots of traffic that passes through between Cardiff and Barry. I was also hoping for a little more innovation, but then again, I'm only in my 20s, so maybe I'm biased in saying that. Right on the edge of Penarth, you'll find the Cosmeston Lake and the nearby medieval village, which is a popular destination for families with children, due to it having a 37-acre wide lake, a car park to stay at, which is £1 per hour, or £2 for 4 hours, a children's play area, and a cafe near the entrance. The lake was opened to the public in 1978 and is a site of special scientific interest. This means that rare plant and animal species are under protection and can only be found near Cosmeston Lake. When I visited the lake, I did not see much exotic wildlife, as I only explored a small portion of the lake. But there are signs showing your location, found all around Cosmeston Lake, so you won't get lost while exploring. There are many species of dragonflies and damselflies to see, such as the emperor dragonfly or blue-tailed damselfly, which can be found during the summer. Different animal species migrate to Cosmeston Lake throughout the seasons, so it's always worth coming back to during autumn, winter and spring months. You cannot swim in the lake due to it being a conservation site with 9-metre deep water. I would recommend visiting Cosmeston Lake for birdwatching or for the study of plants and animals, or just have a picnic with plenty of park benches to sit on. There's more to be found in Penarth. These are just a few of the main attractions that I found here while visiting, so if you do have any questions, I'll be responding to comments. Thank you for watching.